think we may be at the point where I need to start an entire playlist just for subscription services. We have Little Spoon for Story, we have Wink for me, and we just started a third one, and it just got dropped off at the door. There she is, Martha Stewart and Marley Spoon. So I've talked to you guys about how we use Little Spoon for Story and how it saves me a lot of time during the day. We use those for her lunches. And I've also talked about how Tim's leaving soon. I just thought about it and I'm just really not going to have time to come up with a menu every week, to go grocery shopping for all of these things every week, and to make it all. And so I thought, well, we used to use Blue Apron. We actually used it for a couple years. It's been several years since we used that. But I thought with Tim leaving again, this is probably a really good time for me to have something like that. Just, I can look online at the menu, pick the meals that I want sent here. It's already portioned. We really liked Blue Apron when we used them. But I found a little code online for this Marley Spoon one, like $20 off my first week. And so I thought I'd just try it and see what we thought. Maybe we like it a little bit more than Blue Apron, or if we don't, we can just stop this one and go back to that. So I'm going to open it, take a look at what's inside, see what kind of ingredients we got, see what condition everything's in, and go from there. So here's the box. Martha Stewart and Marley Spoon. We offset 100% of our carbon emissions. Good to know. Climate neutral company. I guess they have an app. Tastes like no other. Let's see what you got, Martha. So it says, don't miss out on ingredients. Check the bottom of the box and open all pouches before recycling. Noted. Dinner's in the bag. A little thank you gift. French macarons. Ooh, okay, that's fun. Here's our first bag. This is the broccoli cheddar taquitos with crema and corn black bean salsa. So I guess everything is in the bag. And then the 20-minute fresh fettuccine alfredo with lemon, mascarpone, and baby kale salad. Okay. And the third meal is takeout style falafel, gyro, and oven fries with lemon tahini and arugula. So when I took the 3 bags out, I found a little lonely garlic. Maybe he fell out or something. Then there's this little corrugated piece of cardboard here with the ice underneath. Still got some frozen ice in there. Some frozen ice. I guess, is this all the protein, maybe? At the bottom? This is the falafel for the gyros. Here's the mascarpone cheese, some shredded cheese, a couple little bags of Parmesan, ooh, lasagna sheets, and then our treat. I'm excited for these. And then down here we have, looks like a couple little bags of corn and sour cream. Oh, okay. Here's our instructions tucked in on the side here. And then here's our meals. Here's the fettuccine alfredo one. And then the broccoli cheddar taquitos. This one I'm most excited for, I think. And then this one, it'll be interesting. I don't think I've ever had a gyro before. Is that how you say it? A gyro? I think that's it. And this one's still pretty frozen too. So I think these are packed in here pretty good. Okay, Tim just walked in from the garage and hello. I'm gonna show him what we got in this meal plan. I didn't really consider him whenever I placed this order because he's gonna be gone, but this one that comes this week he'll be here for. So they're vegetarian and he's not vegetarian, so I don't know if he's gonna like these.
Well,
but maybe.
I'm really excited about fettuccine.
Even though it's lemon?
Yeah, it'll be fine.
What's interesting, I was pulling everything out of the box and I had these lasagna sheets and I was like, what did we get that requires this? It's the linguine, so you have to cut it into strips.
Wait, we got lasagna?
The lasagna sheets are for the linguine.
Takeout style falafel, gyro, and oven. Is it gyro or gyro?
I think it's gyro.
Gyro?
Yeah.
I would pass on this.
But will you try it?
I'll try it, but And then the broccoli cheddar taquitos. Those look pretty good.
Even the broccoli?
I mean, yeah, I'll try it. I'll try one, but we'll see. You get baby kale.
Okay.
Cucumber. A lemon.
Okay.
Basil.
Let's see. Does it look
It
pretty?
smells good.
It looks a little dried out.
And an onion. A little baby onion.
That's a shallot.
Oh,
I'm
shallot.
pretty sure.
Okay. Shows how much cooking I do.
Is that it?
That's it.
Okay, so maybe all these bags are the produce.
We got sesame tahini, arugula, pita bread, tomato, a shallot, 2 potatoes, lemon.
They look pretty good.
Yep.
Everything looks fresh so far, except for the basil in the first one. That didn't look so great. All right, I'm gonna put all this away in the fridge now so it can stay cold. I made a little bit of space right there. It should fit right next to Story's Little Spoons. So those are there. With all the cheeses. Got the lasagna. And the sour cream. So that's how it fits in the fridge. I guess I could take everything out of the bags, but I kind of want to keep it in there just for the first box and make sure, you know, everything just stays together. It's just easier. I just want to note real quick too that this did come a little bit squished. It doesn't look like any of them in there are broken. I don't know. They'll probably still taste great.
It's a few days later. Today, first of all, I don't cook. I'm going to try my hand at it though. We're making broccoli cheddar taquitos. So this says 30 to 40 minutes and it makes 2 servings. Last time Ash cooked the lemon linguine fettuccine stuff with a kale salad. It was pretty good. And the shallots, man, like I like onion, but it was too much. I think it was too much. This one I think has shallots in it too. Maybe not. This one does not. So, thankfully. So we're going to set this up and see if it actually takes me 30 to 40 minutes. We'll see.
So this is the one Tim's gonna make. It's the broccoli cheddar taquitos. It says there's 2 servings, but we're probably gonna make that like 2.5.
Maybe 3.
And just make smaller servings for Tim and I. That way Story can have some when she gets up from her nap. But it's supposed to take 30 to 40 minutes. And it is, what time right now?
3:02.
3:02 p.m.
So,
First, we have to get out all of the ingredients that they sent us. This is all this little bag of whatever was in it. The produce, the other stuff. And then we're going to need olive oil, salt and pepper, and then a baking sheet and a skillet.
first step.
This should be all the produce, I think. So we have our broccoli, our tortillas, our
Frijoles negros.
can of beans, a lime. It's probably taco seasoning or some kind of seasoning packet.
Taco seasoning.
Cilantro, yep.
That's it.
And then let's see what we're missing here. Got the broccoli, the garlic we already used with the other recipe, so it's over on the counter. The cilantro, the seasoning, tortillas. We gotta get the cheese out of the fridge. And the corn and the sour cream. Okay, I'm gonna read the instructions to Tim and he's just gonna start cooking. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Prep ingredients. Preheat the oven to 425. Lightly oil a rimmed baking sheet. We already have a baking sheet over here that we sprayed with Pam, so that's fine.
Preheat pan.
Okay. Trim the stem ends from the broccoli. Just like cut all the little things off.
This knife's too damn big.
I think this is gonna take most of the 30 minutes. Oh my gosh.
Done.
Okay. They're probably going to need to be pretty small. That's my guess, just because we're going to be rolling these up in tortillas. So I would make them kind of small. You don't have to cut the ends off. Just
What
like
is that? Cut the stems off.
you just cut the big piece off. You don't need to cut all the stems off of.
What do the directions say?
Can you do me a favor and move that sour cream over before you? Okay, thanks. This is gonna be very difficult for somebody.
What is that?
No, I mean me.
Oh.
To watch.
So what? Pack them up?
Just like make them bites. Not okay. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, you really don't even need to cut them. You can just pick them.
Oh.
Like that.
No.
Can you throw this piece of plastic away?
Does it bother me?
Yeah, it is. You have a grin on your face. Can I ask why?
Because I know that piece of plastic is bothering you.
So throw it away. The next thing we're going to need to do is chop some garlic. And I already broke up the little garlic pieces over on the counter behind you. Oh, you already have some?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my mama taught me this.
Wow. I wouldn't do it too hard. Make sure you can get the piece out of there. You go. So I think a half, let's see, 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. I think that's subjective. I always put a little more than what it says. So we're just going to kind of guess how many cloves that is. Raise your hand if your husband likes to use every single dish in the kitchen when he cooks.
Look, on all the cooking shows, Rachel Ray, who's all the cooking shows? Demi Moore, Drew Barrymore. She got her own cooking show.
She does?
Doesn't she? She has a cooking show, I think.
I don't think Drew
For sure,
Barrymore
yeah.
has her own cooking
They always
show.
have a bowl full of their stuff. And just add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that.
I think that's for show, but that's okay. All right. So now,
My bowl's too small.
oh my gosh, this is difficult for me. Pick cilantro leaves from the stems. Just make a pile of leaves. Okay, Tim painstakingly picked all of the leaves off the cilantro, and now we have to put them in a damp paper towel
Yeah, don't know why.
and set them aside, I guess to keep them fresh. And then it says to take all the stems and finely chop them. So we have our pan over here already hot, and we have a tablespoon of oil, and now we have to add the cilantro stems and a teaspoon of the garlic.
For how long?
About 30 seconds.
And then what?
And then we put in the broccoli.
Broccoli's over there.
30
Right, there you
seconds.
go.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Do you have a spoon to stir it? Oh my gosh. It says until fragrant. Do you smell it?
Broccoli. Come on, sous chef.
Get the broccoli. Get your 2 bowls over there.
A little bit of this.
Toss it
A
in.
little bit of this.
It says we need about 2 to 3 minutes for that to cook
Do I cover it?
until it's slightly tender and lightly browned. Let that cook for a couple minutes, and then you're going to dump this seasoning in there. Not yet.
I know. Get ready.
Okay, give it one more toss to make sure it's not burning. Oh boy. Okay, I think you need to add the taco seasoning to that now.
Probably. Smells good.
I'm surprised it doesn't want water, but it doesn't.
It's like a rub, I think.
Looks pretty good and toasty.
Let's see. I'll eat this.
This whole recipe is supposed to take 30 to 40 minutes, and it's already
It's been 30.
3:31.
Well, it started at 3:02, so it's been 29 minutes.
Okay, so now we have all of our broccoli made, and we have all of our little accoutrements over here. So we have to assemble the taquitos. You need to place the tortillas on a work surface, spoon about 1/3 of a cup of broccoli filling onto 1/2 of each tortilla, and spread into a 4 by 1 inch rectangle. That's probably enough because we have how many of these wraps? 6. And then,
Roll them up.
yeah, I mean, the picture just has like, they're just kind of rolled and then put it on the pan. So there's one. Let me back up and give you some space. Okay, so they're all assembled, they're on the pan, and now we're supposed to put oil on top, but it says to brush it on top. This might be a lot. Oh gosh.
No, just do that, and then you just brush it off.
Okay. Ooh, I feel like this is kind of like air frying, because we're not like putting it in a pan of oil. We're going to put this in the oven. 10 to 12 minutes in the oven. Okay, so while that's cooking, we have to make the salsa.
First, we hydrate.
Rinse and drain the black beans, which we did.
Done.
Place half of the beans in a medium bowl. And then we squeeze some lime juice over it. So we need to cut this lime in half and just squeeze it on top.
Man, I hate lime. Can we skip this? I hate lime.
I want it.
How about half a lime? Just a little bit?
That's fine.
Okay.
And what I do is I squeeze it like the cut side up and squeeze. That way if any seeds pop out, they don't fall in the bowl. So while the taquitos are cooking, Tim has to chop up the rest of the cilantro leaves.
I guess that's good, right?
And then we've got our beans in a bowl. Martha thinks we only need half a can of beans, but
All the beans.
we're gonna use all of the beans because we like beans. So here's all the beans. We have the skillet over here with some oil getting hot, and we're gonna add the corn to it. Let's do a time check real quick. What is it? 3:48.
Yeah, so we're 46 minutes in.
It's supposed to be 30 to 40
It was
minutes.
an estimate.
All right, putting the corn in. And then you need the rest of your garlic. Give that a little stir. It's
use the
fine.
same
It
one?
has some seasoning on it. It's fine. Just need to cook this up until it gets a little bit golden brown in spots.
Do like Gordon Ramsay. Zoom in to where you see atoms.
Bowl in, pan in. While the corn is cooking back here, Tim's gonna make the crema, which is really just soupy sour cream, if you want to get technical. It's just this little thing of sour cream, and then it says to add like a tablespoon or a teaspoon of water at a time to thin it out. And they call that crema. See, I thought we would be adding some of the lime juice and some salt and pepper or something, maybe some garlic. I've never heard of this before, but okay. Oh my gosh. And just kind of give it a stir. That's it. Crema.
Voila.
We had a little bit of the cheese left over, so we just added it to the beans. We can't waste cheese in this house. It's against the law. How's the corn look?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay, taquitos are done. We did about, I'd say 12 minutes. It said 10 to 12 minutes. We did more like 12.
I think we did like 11.
They look good. They're kind of toasty. Are they crispy?
I think it's done.
Yeah. And we're mixing. We need half of this cilantro. Mix that all up. And then we just plate it all.
Time. 56.
It ain't on.
54
No, no,
minutes.
no, no. What do they do on Hell's Kitchen? It's got to be on a plate.
Oh shit.
Okay, since I'm a fan of broccoli and Tim is not, I'm gonna have 3. He's gonna have 2, and when Story wakes up, she'll have 1. We'll save that for her. Look at that. So fancy. Okay, and then maybe a little bit of extra salon. And then I think I want a lime.
No.
I have to do it because they have it in the picture. Let's see.
There it is.
Martha's, Tim's.
Not too bad. It's good when you have a sous chef reading the directions to you.
You're welcome. And now,
What do
what
you
the
know,
time?
sous chef? So
Now-
time, it took right at 57 minutes.
57 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Was it hard?
No, we're not hard.
Not hard. Okay. Before we eat this, I have one more question for you.
Yes.
We used to do Blue Apron.
Yeah.
We used to do Blue Apron we actually did it for like 2 or 3 years, like
No,
straight.
We did it, and we probably still do it today if the ingredients we got were fresh. They were coming in rotten.
Sometimes they were not fresh. We would get a few random things here and there that weren't great.
Right.
We really stopped because we moved.
Well, true.
And then we just never started again. After doing Blue Apron for how many years, would you say that this is easier? Better?
Well,
Hard to tell because we haven't tried it yet?
we really haven't. This is our second meal.
Or was it too long ago that you don't remember? Was it easier? Were the instructions easier on this, or were they about the same?
Instructions about the same, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. This one meal was very easy.
Yeah. And I'm going to just say right now, 30 to 40 minutes is for like, maybe not advanced, but like a
Someone could
seasoned chef.
I do not cook, period.
Tim is what we call intermediate.
I know all the buttons on the microwave.
I just took a bite and I think it's really good.
Okay.
The broccoli's cooked really well. Has a nice fresh flavor.
There we go.
I will say it could use some like tomato or like some kind of like a hot sauce because I like things spicier. But since you don't like spicy stuff,
I'll eat spicy, but not like fire. You know, a little bit of spice is good, but not.
okay, let's see how you like this.
I hate broccoli.
You really don't taste a lot of broccoli. It's mostly just like a fried, crunchy, and then you get like the taco seasoning.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
It's
Like it's not beef, so don't compare it to
it's
beef.
not beef.
I think it's nice though.
It's surprisingly good. I'm actually very, very surprised.
He likes it. All right, so there you go. Thanks, Martha.